related to Dondoniti. Dondoniti is the government politics. Then your Bharta, BRTTA, Bharta, that is economics. Then philosophy. In this way, some Indian traditions, cultures, Vedas, Upanishads, all are the curriculum. These are included in the curriculum. Music and dance, spinning and weaving. So these are all in the curriculum. Then educational financing. So regarding the financing, there was no such fees taken from the learners. Then no your compulsory to stay in Gurukula or ashrams, and no fees taken from the learners. But there is a system of Guru Dakshinas. As you know, the Ekalavya, Aruni, all these Sishyas, Ekalavyas, how he provided his gurus as Guru Dakshinas. ତାଙ୍କର ବୁଢ଼ା ଆଙ୍ଗୁଠି କାଟିକି ଦେଲେ ସେ ଦକ୍ଷିଣା ହିସାବରେ ତାଙ୍କୁ. So the learners, the Sishyas, lastly, had to give the Guru Dakshinas to the Gurus, so-called Gurus. And how the Gurus were their livelihood? Now by muthi chaulo, but a concept thila muthi chaulo, se sisyo mane jibe, ଭିକ୍ଷା କରିବେ, ମୁଠି ଚାଉଳ ଆଣିବେ, ସେଗୁଡ଼ା ରନ୍ଧନ ହବ, ରାନ୍ଧିକି ଗୁରୁ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଖାଇବେ. So ଇଏ ସବୁ ଥିଲା ancient Indian education system. Then the teacher. So the gurus are the present concept of teacher. They are their gurus. As you know, the Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwaram, Guru Sakshat Param Brahman Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. The highest regards given to Gurus, highest honors. They are the revered persons in the society. Gurus were considered as the revered persons. Highest regards given to the Gurus. The Gurus hold the epic position in the society. He was respected like a Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara, like a god and goddesses. After Upanayana, children are supposed to go to Gurukul. So there is a system of Upanayana. In present day it is, what is that? Pravesh Utsav. In present day, we commence Pravesh Utsav for the new learners. By the time it was Upanayana. So in that way, the rigid guidelines founded by the teachers to follow. It was so strict and rigid. Gurus stay away from the lives, from the Gurus at the ashram, which is mostly in the lap of the jungles, forests, or like that. They are away from the inhabitants. But the relationship in between the teacher and the Guru and the Sishyas is very cordial, like a father-son relationship. So this is all about the ancient Indian system, education in medieval period. So education in medieval period, the structural elaboration during Mughal rule, we have to discuss during Mughal rule and afterwards. Access to education during and curriculum and financing. So access to education during that period. How the students are getting admission in that. What are the systems are there. So the state had no such policy for educating the masses. Centers of education only confined to cities. Poor people did not get opportunity for getting education, higher education. Muslim education was meant for only the followers of Islam. means the Muslim students are only allowed to get education. But when Sikandar Ali came to position, he some opened some maktabas and madrasas for Hindu as well. So in the maktabas and madrasas, maktabas for primary, madrasas for secondary, he arranged in some way for the Hindu learners, students. And after that, the Akbar the Great, the period during the Akbar, it was a burning period in the medieval history. That Akbar, who is his father Humayun, who is tortured by Sasasuri, and Akbar took his birth in the lap of these jungles. He could not get education, could not get formal education. He did not go to maktabas or madrasas to learn education because of the Sasasuri. His father was tortured by Sasasuri, and in that sarcastic situation, Akbar could get his birth. He could not have a chance to go to school system or formal systems or the madrasas and maktabas. But by his own ways, Akbar could make himself as the learned educationist the then period of Mughal. He experimented on education. And his contribution to medieval India education is much more, because of whom the maktabas and madrasas were open to Hindu students, and women education was also emphasized during that period. So what are the curriculum? Curriculum varied from place to place by that time. No such strict curriculum is throughout the country or the state. Recitation of Quran was almost compulsory. So recitation of Quran by the learners was compulsory. Arabian Parsi language are the course studies. The learners have to learn the Arabian and Parsi language. So the reforms found during the reign of Akbar. So this is the education system in medieval period. Then education under the colonial rules. So after that, the Britishers came to India, and the East India Company started its mission. Through the vision of missionaries, they started education. The Chartered Act 1698 gave way to school education, mainly for Europeans who are working for the company living in India. So they have a mission only to educate those people who will work for them afterwards. Only for Europeans who are working for the company living in India. They started in Madras, Calcutta, and Mumbai, the missionaries. Then Orientalist policy. So in Orientalist policy, this is also called as classists. Wanted to impart education through Sanskrit, Arabic and Persian, three languages: Sanskrit, Arabic, and Persian, and English is must. So later they started Banaras University, Banaras College in 1791, Fort William College in 1800 at Calcutta, Fort St. George College at Madras in 1818. So under the clause 43 of Chartered Act of 1830, an amount of 1 lakh was sponsored to spend on education. This is under the Orientalist policy. Then analyst policy. It is also called as Occidentalists. The company under the Hindus have good system and faith and morals. The Orientalists, the analysts understood that the Hindu have a good system of faith and morals. So, Macaulay-Minto report came to exist. Macaulay thought that it was possible through English education to bring a class of persons, Indian in blood and color, but English in taste, opinion, and intellect. So education would be for masterizing the elites, who in turn could influence the masses later on. This approach is called as downward filter theory. So, in the downward filter theory, what is the thing within? The education would be for masterizing the elites. They could able to find a group, allied groups, who in turn could influence the masses later on. So in downward filter theory, the allied groups will be educated first, and then they will be used for the masses later on. This is downward theory. Now, Macaulay submitted the Minto to the government, to the Governor General Lord Bentinck in 1835, who accepted it immediately, and new era started from that. From the Macaulay-Mintos, from the filtration theories, it is started. Education started massively. They will educate in an allied group, and the allied group will work for the masses. So education under imperial rule. Next is education under imperial rule. In 1854, a parliament committee under the chairmanship of Mr. Charles Wood was appointed to survey the educational progress in India and suggest for the further improvement. Thus, this report is popularly known as Wood's Dispatch. The first Indian recommendations or committee or policy entitled as the Wood's Dispatch in 1854. Michael Woods was the chairperson. So, in that, the recommendation of use of native languages, importance to native languages, and promotion of women education. So, under the direct British rule, what was the education under the direct British rule? We will have to look on this also. So, in your study material, all are there in detail. There is no such important points to discuss. It is only the history, how the education system was there. So, through your self-study, you will find the things, development of education during 1902 to 1920, development of education during 1921 to 1937, development of education during 1936 to 37 to 1946-47. So it is all in your study material. We will go through the study materials, and it is not possible to discuss. It is just theoretical. No such technical things are there to analyze or to give you the concepts. It is a theoretical concept. You will have to make it mind. And then origin of basic education, Nahin Talim. It is also started by M.K. Gandhi after independence. So now we will discuss about education and development of school education, 1947 to 1964. After independence, what was that? How the education took its own growth. ଟିକେ ଆମେ ଆଲୋଚନା କରିବାକୁ ଅଛି status of education at the time of independence କେମିତି କଣ ଥିଲା time of ସ୍ୱାଧୀନତା ସମୟରେ status କଣ ଥିଲା ତାକୁ ଦେଖିବା structure of educational system was defective in many ways. The literacy rate was only 17.2. In 1949-50, it was only 17.2. See, disparities among different states in educational facilities. No such unique facilities that we provide throughout the country. It is state-wise, different states, different facilities provided. The duration and standard of education is also varied from the state to state. The position of teacher was highly unsatisfactory. A large percentage of teachers are untrained by the time. Scale of pay was very unsatisfactory. And basic education. In 1944, CAB, Central Advisory Board of Education, submitted a comprehensive report on post-war educational development. So certain recommendations come in that shape. This is called a Sargent plan. Sargent was the education advisor and the report and submitted the report to the government. India visualized a system of universal compulsory free education for children between the age group of 6 to 14. You see, from the Sargent plan, Sir John Sargent, as an education advisor, prepared the report and submitted to the government. And the concept of universal compulsory education, free compulsory education, come to force. Those who are within the age group of 6 to 14, they will be educated without any giving any fight to the government. Then the University Education Committee in 1948-49. Dr. S. Radhakrishnan was the chairman. It is popularly known as Radhakrishnan Committee. The aim of that committee was values of democracy, justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. Develop the values of democracy. University must stand for the ideal cause. This is the second aim of education. Third one is university must educate a large number of people and side by side provide facilities. Then teaching staffs, 4 classes of teaching staffs are there: professors, readers, lecturers, and instructors. First category professors, then readers, then lecturers, then instructors. Still then it is there also. Then standard of teaching, process of study, media of instruction, examinations, women education, all are. You please go through the study materials. Detail you will find. Secondary Education Commission 1950-53. It is also, detail is there in your course studies. You will go through. Dr. Lakshman Swami Mudaliar, the Vice Chancellor of Madras University, or the chairperson. It is otherwise known as Mudaliar Commission. So you may go through here in detail of this also, the Mudaliar Secondary Education. Then the Unit 7, development of school education from 1964 to 1985. The Education Commission 1964-66, it is Kothari Commission. As you know, D.S. Kothari, Dayaswamy Kothari was the chairman, and the 4 aims of or objectives of education were there. First one is increasing productivity. So by the time there is a need of productivity within the individuals. So the first objectives of this commission is education we should have to provide such education by which individuals should be able to increase his productivity, able to find his bread and butter. The second objective is achieving social and national integration. By the time integration, social and national integration was at stake. So there is a need of social and national integration. So the second objective emphasizes on achieving social and national integration. The third objective, accelerating process of modernization. So by that period, modernization was a new concept in India. Some developed and developing countries, other developing countries of the world, they were in the way of modernization. But India was knocking at the door of modernization by the time. So the emphasis were given in the process of modernization. How we accelerate the process of modernization. How the modern concepts, modern technologies, modern economics, and other modern concepts, modern warfare. Yeah. So the emphasis on that accelerating the process of modernization. It was the third objective of Scottard Commission. The fourth one is cultivating social, moral, and spiritual values. So cultivating social, moral, and spiritual values, which is the base of our society, spiritual values, cultural values, social values. So the value education was also emphasized in the Scottard Commission, 1964-65, 64-66. So this is the structure and quality. So structure 10 plus 2 plus 3 was in the initial stage in that. There was a discussion on that. What should be the structure? How primary, secondary education will be there. It was finalized in 1986 policy, 10 plus 2 plus 3 adopted throughout the country. But the inception started from here in 1964-66 policy, that is Scottard Commission. Then National Education Policy 1968 and BE 1968. So the recommendations of 1968, you should go through the study material, you will find the details. Then your fourth 5-year plan, fifth 5-year plan, sixth 5-year plan, you should go through this study materials. Then the very important is here, development of school education in 1986 and after. We will discuss in detail here. We will give time for that the development of school education in 1986 and after. So the National Policy on Education, NPE, 1986. So after completion of 20 years, right from 1968 to 1986, so the inception started in 1968 and ended in 1986. So the National Policy of 1986, here we will go through details in that. So National Policy 1986, it was a remarkable era rather in the history of Indian education, because much more recommendations were taking place in this 1986 policy. And no chairperson was there in that policy. The uniqueness of this policy is that no chairperson was appointed for this policy. Here, by organizing different seminars, symposia, workshops, talks, in between teachers, in between students, the public, the general public, the NGOs, much more throughout every corner of the society. It was a massive occasions to conduct different seminars, symposia, and talks. What should be the education for our modern Indian society? And it was a massive talk, ongoing talk was there for 1986 policies. By that time, the Congress ministry was there at the center. Rajiv Gandhi was the PM, and in that it was there the professors, readers, lecturers, the university stays, college stage, school stage, there is dialogue for this. What should be the educational? What should be our education? So it is the National Policy on Education 1986 is a unique policy because of this. It was everybody's cup of tea by that time. So the 6% DGP was there. And here 10+2+ structure is declared as a constant and concrete structure which should be throughout the country that should be adopted. Before that, the education structure was different to different states, different corners of the country. But in 1986, the structure is concrete and confined. ECC, early childhood current education, started here. Free and compulsory education here. Then there is a concept of dealing degree with jobs. OB, operational blackboard, facilities provided through OB, operational blackboard. So there are new concepts come. Then CC, continuous and comprehensive evaluation. Then there is a creation of diet, CTE, IAC. Then there is a concept of MLL, minimum level of learning. Concept of minimum level of learning come to force. What is minimum level of learning? The learner in every stage of learning, there is a minimum level that every learner should achieve. For primary, for a student of 5, just an entry students, or class 1 or class 2 students, they must know the alphabets and the 1 to 10, the counting of 1 to 100, Ganano, Likhono, Pathono. So these are meant a level is confined. What are the things to be memorized for a particular level? That is a minimum for that level, and that should be achieved. A confined contents is there, a confined level is there, and a confined period is there. You have to complete within this confined period for this confined content. So this is a minimum for that level. This is minimum. So many new things are there in this National Policy on Education 1986. You please go through detail. You will find many interesting things are there. So in discussion, we will again go to that. So then there is modified National Policy on 1992. So here it's a very interesting. Why after 1986? Why this 1992? Again, modified national policy because of the change of government in the center. After Congress, there is a Janata Party government. Then the PM was by the time Chandrasekhar was the Prime Minister of India, and by the chairmanship of Acharya Ramamurthy, some portion of that 1986 policy was to modify. That Ramamurthy committee suggested some person to modify this policy. That is why it is again modified national policy on education 1992 because of the change of government. So in this way, the political, yesterday we discussed about the politics and education. So this is politics and education. When the political headship is changed, education also takes its own place. So in that, non-formal education was emphasized in that modified national policy. Then NGOs, the way to give place to NGOs who will work for education, for universalization of education. They will also contribute for universalization of education. Then AICTE, All India Council of Technical Education, emphasized on All India Council of Technical Education, then NCC and NSS also, National Cadet Corps and National Social Service is also emphasized. Again, minimum level of learning emphasized. NCT, National Council of Teacher Education, came to force for the quality of teacher education throughout the country. So, this is some of the modified version or portion of National Policy on Education 1986, termed after the Ramurthy Committee or Revised Policy 1992. Then there comes National Knowledge Commission 2006 to 2009. So the National Knowledge Commission is again a new concept. And the motto of this commission is to create a knowledge society. What is a knowledge society? To create a knowledge society. To create a knowledge society means that here we have to go through a pentagon, which has been given in your study materials, a pentagon, knowledge pentagon. In that knowledge pentagon, what are
Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
କୁଆଡେ ଗଲେ?
Hello.
ସାର୍ ନାହାନ୍ତି, ଦି ଜଣ ଯାକ ନାହାନ୍ତି।
Hello.
ତ୍ରିପାଠୀ ସାର୍ ନାହାନ୍ତି କି ଏପଟେ ପାଇକରାଜ ସାର୍ ନାହାନ୍ତି।
କଟିଗଲା ବୋଧେ। ହ୍ୟାଲୋ।
ହଁ।
ନା ନାହାନ୍ତି
ଜଣେ ବି କେହି ନାହାନ୍ତି।
ନାହାନ୍ତି।
ସେ ଦି ଜଣ ନାହାନ୍ତି। ପର୍ସନାଲ କଣ୍ଟାକ୍ଟ ନମ୍ବର ଆଣିବାକୁ ପଡିବ।
କଥା ସବୁ ରେକର୍ଡିଂ ହଉଛି, ୟୁଟ୍ୟୁବ ରେ ପଳେଇବ।
ରେକର୍ଡିଂ କିନ୍ତୁ
ତ ହଉଛି।
हेलो सर।
ନାହାନ୍ତି ସାର୍ ନାହାନ୍ତି।
ରିଜନାଲ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟର ସାରଙ୍କୁ କଣ୍ଟାକ୍ଟ କଲେ ଜଣା ପଡ଼ିବ।
ରେକର୍ଡିଂ ତ ହଉଛି। ସର୍ କୁଆଡ଼େ ଗଲେ? ଖୋଜିବ କିପିରେ? କ୍ଲାସ୍ ମିଶୁଛି। ହ୍ୟାଲୋ ହ୍ୟାଲୋ।
Yes, please.
Hello.
I think the presentation is disrupted. Dr. Paik Rai, Dr. Shrikant Paik Rai, are you online? Dr. Paik Rai? I think due to some connectivity issue, Dr. Paik Rai has got disconnected. So till he gets into this particular online platform, we can take up your administrative problems if there is any. So you can ask at your administrative issues one by one till such time our counselor gets into the classroom after getting reconnected. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir. You are very much audible.
There is some connectivity
Yes,
issue.
sir.
Our counselor got disconnected. So till such time he gets reconnected, we can take up your issues. You can put up your issues if there is any administrative issues or any issue. Okay.
Hello.
Yes,
Sir, I
yes.
think we go very fast. Can sir it connected by briefly, little bit briefly? We go very fast. Can it possible, sir? We take little bit.
You see, this is not like your normal conventional classroom.
Okay,
What is
sir.
happening in the conventional institutions, there is plenty of time. Here we are organizing only counseling classes.
Okay.
Counseling classes, we can only touch upon the main issues of a particular block. Therefore, one block is covered in one class. The learning
Sir,
itself is self-learning. It is a self-learning thing. The materials will be provided to you. The materials are called self-learning material. Therefore, you can learn by yourself most of the content which is presented there in the study material. So whatever we are, providing you in the form of, student support, academic support, this is just the additional thing we are providing. Okay.
okay, sir.
Therefore, unless and until they speed up, they cannot cover one block in one class of 2 hours duration.
That's
But
happening,
then,
sir.
but then you will be getting another opportunity. You see, once your study center reopens, then you will congregate during workshop or during workshop 1, workshop 2. Then other things will take place where you can directly sort out your issues in consultation with your counselors. So those facilities will also be provided to you. Don't get panicky. In case of any difficulty, you can talk to me or you can send your mail. We are for you only. We are for your support and help. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Hello, sir.
Please.
Sir, I am Prashant Kumar Mallik from Baleswar, sir.
A little louder.
Sir, I am Prashant Kumar Mallik, sir, from Baleswar.
I'm not able to hear you.
Sir, it is quite fruitful being we are learning in online mode in this lockdown condition.
Disconnect ହେଇଯାଇଛି ତମର କେତେବେଳୁ? ହଁ, you are disconnected. ତୁମେ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ତୁମ right side ରେ icon ରେ ତୁମର କୋଉଠି? You are disconnected. You are disconnected. Your audio video is off. ତୁମ net ଚାଲି ଯାଇଛି କି audio video ଚାଲି ତ ଜାଣି ପାରୁନ ସେଠି? ନାଇଁ ରାଇଟ୍ ସାଇଡ୍ ରେ ତୁମ ଦେଖିବ ଯେତେବେଳେ କଥା ହଉଥିବ ଗୋଟେ ଦବ ହେଇ ଚାଲିଥିବ। ତମର କେତେବେଳୁ ଡିସକନେକ୍ଟ ହେଇକି ମୁଁ ତମକୁ ଡାକୁଛି ଏଟା ଏଦିନେ ଫୋନ କଲି ବାଧ୍ୟ। I'm just engaging in between the students. I'm taking up the student issues. तुम देखो reconnect करके आसो login करो login करो। Okay, please. If there is any other issue, dear students, if you have any issue, you can put up.
ସାର୍ ନମସ୍କାର।
नमस्कार।
ସାର୍ ସାର୍ ନୟାଗଡ଼ ଡିଷ୍ଟ୍ରିକ୍ଟରେ ପୋଷ୍ଟାଲ ସର୍ଭିସ ଚାଲିଛି ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ, ପୋଷ୍ଟମ୍ୟାନ୍ ବି ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି।
नहीं सब जगह चलनी ना, जो जगह ग्रीन जोन अच्छी सेठी सेमाने खोलुचंती। रेड जोन रे सेमाने खाली मेन काम करके जाउचंती। एबे डिलीवरी पैकेट डिलीवरी इज ए बिग प्रॉब्लम। तेणु
ଆଜ୍ଞା
दिल्ली रू तो आसीबो बयटा ना, दिल्ली रू डिलीवरी हेबा दरकार ना नहीं।
ଆଜ୍ଞା
दिल्ली रू डिलीवरी हेले सिना तुम एठी पाइबो। तेणु मटेरियल एबे एबे टिके प्रिंटेड कॉपी पई बेसी वरीड हो नहीं। सॉफ्ट कॉपी को बर्तमान पढ़ापढ़ी आरंभ कर दियो। सॉफ्ट कॉपी तो पठे देछु ना, ईमेल रे सब पठाई छी।
ଆଜ୍ଞା
तो सॉफ्ट कॉपी रे पढ़ापढ़ी करथा। जेते बेले हार्ड कॉपी आसी जो सब खोली गला पर हार्ड कॉपी आसी। ओके
ଆଜ୍ଞା ଆଜ୍ଞା
डॉक्टर पाइक राय, आर यू ऑनलाइन? Dr. Paik Rai. Dr. Paik Rai, you just open your microphone. Your microphone is switched off. Now you have logged in. Please open your microphone. Dr. Paik Rai. Dr. Paik Rai. तो माइक्रोफोन टाको टिके ऑन करो माइक्रोफोन स्विच ऑफ कर देछो नहीं मन को हाथ रख दो
हेलो हाँ सर नमस्कार हेलो
नमस्कार
हाँ सर नमस्कार
नमस्कार
सर मोर ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମର କାଉନସିଲିଂ ହେଇଥିଲା ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱରରେ
डॉक्टर पाइक राय जस्ट
ସେତେବେଳେ
switch
ଥିଲା
on your
ପ୍ଲସ୍ ଟୁ
microphone your microphone icon is red just click it
ମାଇକ୍ରୋଫୋନ କଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି
Dr. Paik Rai your microphone in the screen is off switch it on microphone ଟା off ଅଛି
ହଁ ସାର୍ ନମସ୍କାର
please wait Dr. Paik Rai your microphone is off it would a link ଅଛି icon ଅଛି se I'm not able to hear you your voice is not heard by anybody
ହଁ ସାର୍ ନମସ୍କାର
please wait
हेलो
dear students please wait
ହଁ ସାର୍ ନମସ୍କାର
please wait dear students please wait
क्या बोले कह दो हेलो हेलो
डॉक्टर श्रीकांत सेठी जो माइक्रोफोन अछि माइक्रोफोन टाको ऑन कर दियंतु
हेलो हेलो
please wait dear students please wait don't say hello please wait we are connecting the microphone of the counselor
ओके सर
Hello?
Yes. Now your microphone is on.
Hello?
Yes. Now your microphone is on. Your voice is heard. Your voice is audible.
Yes.
If you can continue from where you had left.
Hello?
Yes. Go ahead. Now you are heard.
Students. Hello?
Yes, sir. You are very much audible, sir. Sir, you are audible, sir.
Yes. Okay. Hello.
Please go ahead. You are hard. You are audible. Dr. Srikanth, you are audible.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Continue, sir. Hello.
Ah.
Dr.
So,
Srikanth, you are very much audible.
so now we'll discuss about NP 1986. Okay. Hello.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead. You are audible. You are very much audible.
Okay. So the National Policy in Education 1986. From that, so here in that policy, so here we have discussed National Policy on Education 1986. So here the main thing is decentralization education. In that policy, the education was decentralized and the structure 10 plus 2 plus 3 is concrete. Every state has to adopt 10 plus 2 plus 3, it's a compulsory and mandatory. But before that, the different structure of education was followed by different states. Here and the 6% DGP was also given for education. There are different new concepts like early childhood education, free and compulsory education, open universities, distance learning comes into force. The concept of continuous and comprehensive evaluation is also started. There are concept of diet, District Institute of Education Training, CTE College of Teacher Education, IAC Advanced Studies of Education also come to force. Then a new concept, that is MLL, minimum level of learning. That learners, the minimum level of learning is what? The learners are able to learn a minimum for a level. With example, I have also told you with examples. Then modified National Policy in Education 1992. So after this, because of change of government in the center, there is a modified policy came into force. And under the chairmanship of Acharya Ramamurthy, some portion of change were added to NP 1986. This is why it is called modified national policy. So the concept of All India Council of Technical Education, AICTE, NCC National Cadet Corps, NSS National Service, National Social Service, again MLL, and then NCT National Council of Teacher Education come into existence. So here the modified policy 1992 have added certain areas, new areas due to change in government. Because of fall of Congress after Rajiv Gandhi, there is the Janta government under the Prime Ministership of Chandrasekhar. It was there. So education relationship between education and politics is justified. So political interference directly to our education is also duly felt here in that policy also, because policy is the frame. Policy is the frame. Policy is the submission directly by the governments. Then National Knowledge Commission. The National Knowledge Commission 2006-2009, it's a high level advisory body to the Prime Minister of India. So National Knowledge Commission is a high-level advisory body to the Prime Minister of India. So it is to create a knowledge society is the aim of this National Knowledge Commission, to create a knowledge society. So here, this commission is also, we will go through the knowledge pentagon, which is very important. So what are the steps in that knowledge pentagon? First step is access to knowledge. Second is knowledge concepts. Third is knowledge creation. Is knowledge application. Fifth is knowledge service. First is access to knowledge. The area of knowledge. Possible access the probation. Then after access, there is conceptualization. We conceptualize the knowledge. We conceptualize the different areas of knowledge. Acquiring the concepts. Second step. Third step is, after acquiring the knowledge, third step is creation of new knowledge. Knowledge creation. We will create a new knowledge. We will create our own. It is construction, knowledge construction. Then knowledge education. After creation or construction, we have to apply our constructed knowledge, our constructive knowledge in the field of our life, in the field in the life. Then after application, then will now. The next is framework 5. Principles of NCO 5 is connecting knowledge to life outside the school. We have to learner is to connect knowledge, is to connect his life outside the school. So whatever the learning amount of learning is learned in the school, except this, beyond this, we have to go to the outside. The second is learning shifting from rote memory. So rote memory, that means getting by heart. रट्टा लगा के घोसी बजाओ घोसी की. So rote memory is of no use. Rote memory is of no use. So you have to shift from rote memory to the concrete memory. Then learning beyond textbooks. So learning beyond textbooks. So whatever the prescribed books, the syllabus is there for the learners is not sufficient. Learners must have to go beyond the textbooks. Teacher is also to go beyond the textbooks. Then making exams flexible and integrated. Fourth guiding principle is making examination more flexible and integrated. So CC. So the concept of CC come into force, continuous and comprehensive evaluation. So what is continuous? Continuous means it is always throughout the class, throughout a period, throughout a session, the evaluation goes on. Side by side teaching, there is evaluation, there is assessment. So assessment or evaluation goes side by side with the teaching. It is always occurring. It always happens. Both by the teachers and the students, evaluation takes place. Teachers are evaluated, students are evaluated. So it is continuous, along a continuous evaluation is a continuous process. Then comprehensive. Comprehensive means many-sided, many things into account, many areas to be covered up. It is the cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domain of the learner. three domains: cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. Cognitive, our head cognition. Affective, our emotional part, heart, our emotion, feelings. And psychomotor, our head with our motor activities, hand and leg activities. So the evaluation is connected to three domains. It is comprehensive, many-sided, and also, so this is continuous and comprehensive evaluation. So this is the framework and its guiding principles. This is all about your today's lesson, and unit 8 we have discussed up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 units. Then education in 7th to 12th 5-year plan. You will go by your detailed study and you find what are the things there. So this is all about. Now you are free to ask any questions or any queries, because today's lesson is total historical, total elaborative, and it is historical and elaborative. So now you are open for discussion. Thank you. Hello. Hello. What is knowledge pentagon? So the question is, what is knowledge?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir. Please continue, sir.
Your question is, someone has given the question is, what is knowledge pentagon? So the knowledge pentagon here is, you see in my notebook, this is knowledge pentagon, and the first step of this knowledge pentagon is access to knowledge. Second is knowledge concepts. Third is knowledge creation. Fourth is knowledge application. Fifth is knowledge service. So in knowledge access, what do? We have to enter into the areas of knowledge. First step of getting knowledge. You have to be ready to accept, to access in the area of knowledge. Second stage is conceptualize. You learn, conceptualize the different concepts. Third is, after this, you have to create a new knowledge. Creation, knowledge creation. Fourth is knowledge application. So the created knowledge, you have to then apply it in life. Then when that last is knowledge service, when that knowledge is applied in your life, that should be open for others. So it is knowledge service. This is knowledge pentagon. Any question?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Sir, education as subordinate social system. Hello, sir.
Subordinate.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Please discuss me the how education as a subordinate social system. Sir, education as a subordinate social system. Hello. Sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Dr. Paik Rai. Dr. Paik Rai.
Hello.
Dr. Paik Rai.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Dr. Paik Rai, please go on.
Yes. The question is, question is not clear. Hello, my dear. Question is not clear.
Sir, education as a
Hey, Dr. Paikra, let us do one thing. Let us request the student to write their question in the chat box. You can see the chat box and answer the questions. It is better. Otherwise, everybody will open their microphone and there will be overlapping of voices.
Yes. I requested to write your question. Please, you write your question. Drop your question or chat box, please.
We will take up the question at the end of the session. Dr. Paikra, you just finish your block 2, and then we will take up the question. Now it is 3:26, so we can continue up to 4 o'clock or maybe 3:55, and then we will take up the questions from the students. Okay?
Yes. Commission has emphasized issues the quality education program in various adopted by NCT. So the NCFT 9 has given importance on that teacher education, both contextual and tuned with the emerging concerns. The teacher be tuned with emerging concerns and imperatives of the changing perspectives of education in national as well as global level. In this framework, the emphasis on changing context and stress to keep it open and flexible. Teachers must have interrogative and elective approach. So NCFT, the diversity in learning space and curriculum sites apart from the classroom. Trusted of pedagogical knowledge. The pedagogical knowledge, because pedagogy means the child, the science teaching. The child is the center. How we teach the learners. That is pedia ego. The pedia should go by his own ways. We should teach in such a manner so that the learner should go by his own ways without any pressure, thrust or any influence. The learner will learn by his or his own. And teacher education is a long and continuous process in which pre-service and in-service is there. Some of the pre-service process, as you know, some BES students are getting admission through this online testing and through a state level entrance. They are pre-service, and some in-service also. They are in-service teachers are also there admitted into professional courses. Shifting towards the use of critical pedagogy was suggested. So the critical pedagogy is there here also. Critical pedagogy means the pedia should be critically analyzed and the learning materials be suggested. So emphasis is given on teacher as a reflective practitioner. So teacher is a reflective practitioner. Teacher is side by side a practitioner, a learner, a great learner. Then both quantitative and qualitative evaluation and measurement procedures are highlighted. Then use of ICT in education. So this is all about your NCFT 2009. Education is 7th to 12th year planning. So you should go through notebooks. This is your 8th 5-year plan, 9th 5-year plan, all this 10th 5-year plan, 11th plan. You should go this. What the recommendations are there? You should go by this. This is your all about your course study and unit 8. Okay. Let us discuss about the questions. Any queries? This is all about. What is? Let's say question. Please write down your question. Learners are requested to write down their questions. Yes, please.
And the question is to describe education as a subordinate social system.
Yesterday we have discussed about education is a subsystem of social system. The same thing, my dear. It is a subordinate system, the same thing. Subsystem and subordinate system is the same. Answer is the same. Okay. Next question.
Next question has been raised by Sanjay Kumar Pradhan, and he is asking, what is emancipation?
Emancipation.
Yes, sir.
Emancipation is a stage. Is the highest stage of a person, for a monk, for a saint. Emancipation. Moksha. Okay. It is a stage. Emancipation. The moksha. Last stage. Moksha prapti. Emancipation. By education, we lead the way for emancipation. It is moksha. It's the hardest, the last hardest step. It is not everybody's cup of tea. It is very hard to acquire. Only it was possible in the case of Gautama Buddha. Under the triple trees, he could get emancipated himself. Moksha prapti. The highest stage. Next question.
Next question has been raised by Virupaksha Panda, and he is asking, what is structure of education?
Structure of education at which stage? Structure of education means your 10 plus 2 plus 3, primary, secondary, higher education. This is structure. What are the different system of education? How it is? What is 10? What is plus 2 and what is plus 3? First 5 years, primary education, 2 years, upper primary, 3 years, secondary, then plus 2 level, then plus 3. This is a structure of education recommended by 1986 policy. Okay? Next.
Next question has been raised by Sanjay Kumar Pradhan. He is asking, what is culminatio?
Culminatio.
Yes, sir.
Consult with dictionary and net. You will find from net culminatio.
Next, Harpriya Swai is asking, liquidation of illiteracy.
Liquidation of literacy.
Illiteracy.
Illiteracy. Yeah, how will you address the illiteracy, the percentage of illiteracy, finding illiteracy? How will you trace them? How will you educate them? This is liquidation. Their percentage, finding them, searching them, placing them in the right track in our school system. Addressing illiteracy or liquidation of illiteracy means is that we will have to find who are the illiterates. Finding illiterates, taking to the mainstream. What is critical pedagogy? Next question, what is critical pedagogy? So pedagogy means the core word is pedia. Pedia, pedia. That means child. Pedia. pedia ego. Pedia ego. This is pedia ego. Then how child will learn. So pedagogy is a science of teaching, no doubt. But the core thing is pedia. We are for pedia, for the child. How this learner will learn by their own space, own way. Any arrangement, any preparation is pedagogy. बुझिएला ना नहीं? Any preparation or any treatment or any provision which is scientifically made for the learner to go by his own ways. Right? Next.
Next, Bijan Bihari Das is asking the difference between analytic policy and orientalistic policy.
The analysis and oriental policy. The oriental policy is called as classist. Politically, the otherwise of classist policy. They wanted to improve education to Sanskrit, Arabic and Persian. Oriental policy is under the colonial rule. Under the colonial rule, there comes oriental and analysis policy. Okay. So in oriental policy, the clause 43, Charter Act 1813, 1 lakh rupees is sponsored for development of education. So this is a period. The colonial rule is divided to oriental and analysis. Analysis policy is also otherwise called as occidentalist. Okay. Here in analysis policy, the maculum inter comes. The downward filtration theory comes. So that oriental policy and analysis policy comes under the colonial rule, British rule. This is the one and two style. Rather, it is a style. Okay, next.
Next question has been raised by Ajay Kumar Mohapatra. He is asking what is downward filtration theory?
Downward filtration theory means here the education would be for masterizing the elites. What a group carry out. The Britishers are, through this downward filtration theory, they are masterizing the elite group first, who will in turn could influence the masses later on. गोटे ग्रुप को आगो एलाइट ग्रुप गोटे बछा होची ताकू आगो ट्रेंड करा होची मास्टराइजिंग करा होची ट्रेंड करा होची से माने पुनी मास लोगों को ट्रेनिंग करेबे सेटा हला डाउनवर्ड फिल्ट्रेशन थ्योरी. Okay, next.
The next one is a request from Amresh Parida. He is requesting to discuss the new education policy 1920. If that can be discussed during your in the course of discussion, he is requesting for that.
1920. 1920.
No, 2019 and 20. The new education policy, the current new education policy.
It is not there in your syllabus. It is just an incubation level. It has not come into force. Asini. Come into force, Asini. It is under discussion. Okay. Next.
Next has been raised by Virupaksha Panda again. This is how habitat helps for learning.
Habitat helps for learning.
Yeah.
In learning, habit takes an important place. Your habit is a psychological. It is a motive and drive. Habit is followed by motive and drive. So, if at all you are not motivated, learning will not be taking place. So, motivation plays a great role in learning. So, habit is a human tendency. It's a human nature. It's a part of motivation. it's your culture rather. When you develop your habit towards learning, you learn. So motivation drives, and learning. So habit is a behavior part of the learner. Next,
Next has been raised by Ganeshwar Ponda. He is asking what are the recommendation of NKC in the context of secondary education?
recommendation of
NKC.
NPC, National Police Education. Secondary education.
NKC. I don't know.
Secondary education.
Sir, National Knowledge Commission.
Acha.
Hello?
National Knowledge Corporation.
National Knowledge Commission. So National Knowledge Commission 2006-2009. It is a high-level advisory body to the Prime Minister of India. So here is the objectives of the National Commission is to create a knowledge society. गोटे knowledge society तैयारी करबा हला यार कामो जो माने की गोटे advisory body हेबे Prime Minister of India को सेने suggest करिवे what to do, what to reform in education. Okay, this is Knowledge Commission. It is a commission constituted by a high-level advisory body. Okay, next.
Next, Gaurisankar Tripathi is asking how colonial is related to education.
Colonial policy, you know, is that the British, after this medieval period, the Mughals periods, there comes the Britishers. They have started the colonial rules. They have founded some colonies in India and started to rule India. You know the history. You should go through the history, Indian history. So the colonialism started from that point. Then they started how to educate the people. Through this downward filtration theory, they started to modify education and rule India. Next.
Next question is raised by Sanjay Kumar Pradhan. He is asking what is culmination? What is culmination?
What is culmination?
Yeah.
Go through the net and find the meaning of the word culmination. Please
Then
go through the net.
Then Asmini Behra is asking what is critical pedagogy?
Critical pedagogy. So critical pedagogy again, you have to find, you have to analyze critically the pedagogue, the learner. When a teacher teaches without understanding the learner, it is not critical pedagogy. When we critically analyze the learner, his behavior, his attitudes, his manner, his habits, his characteristics, his mental level, his IQ, his thoughts, his thought processes, his socio-economic background, his parental status, all these things, you have to critically analyze. Then you, as a teacher, is to prepare accordingly. This is critical pedagogy. Unless we critically analyze the learner, you cannot find the methods to teach the learners. So this is critical pedagogy. You have to critically analyze the pedagogue. Pedagogue means the child. Next.
Next question has been raised by Ajay Kumar Mahapatra. He is asking what are the 3 programs needed to relate education to productivity?
So productivity means what? You will be able to find your own bread and butter by providing education, by providing skills, by providing experiences in a particular field, which will be self-sufficient for your creating your own, you manage your own bread and butter. This is productivity. You have to develop your efficiency. You have to use your skills, use your experience, use your knowledge, and find the productivity. So education is related to productivity. And then when you analyze, you apply your skill. So for example, you will pass BA. You have passed BA, okay, with honors. You will get the degree. And that BA honors is the way to go for MA. This is MA honors. After this completion of MA honors, you will be able to be a lecturer in a colleges. So this is your certificate is used, your knowledge is used, and through your PSC or your Vivos, when you are able to clear this, then you will place as a lecturer. So this is the productivity related to your skill, experience, certificate, and the place of posting. So if at all you have acquired the degree, master degree, but you have failed to in PSC or in SSB or PSC or in any college, you are not finding your place, and this is and your and then this is not related to your productivity. Productivity means education related to our life, our bread and butter. Next.
Next question has been raised by Little Samal. He is asking difference between stagnation and withdrawal.
Stagnation and withdrawal. These two concepts have been used in the school education. Stagnation and withdrawal. It means the learners when they are getting admission and when they continue one class to other class promoted, it's okay. If he is failed to promote, the stagnation is there. Stagnation is there. It takes 2 to 3 years to pass a class. Now it is, there is no concept of fail, rather. And the stagnation related to wastage. If a child stagnates in a particular class, that means it's a wastage of money, time, and resources. So stagnation is related to wastage. Next.
Next question has been raised by Dinesh Behra. He is asking to discuss 5-year plans.
All 5-year plans are there in your study material. You please go through. The 5-year plan is prepared for 5 years. 5 ବର୍ଷ ପାଇଁ plan ତିଆରି ହେଉଛି. ତେଣୁ ये ସବୁ details have been given in your syllabus. It is not possible to discuss every 5-year plan in here. In that, you will go through the book and you will get the answer. Next.
Next, Sagrika Devi is asking to analyze NCFTE 2009.
NCFTE 2009.
Yeah.
NCFTE. The last portion I have discussed, the last portion of NCFTE 9 and 10. In your reading material, NCFT 2009, National Council of Teachers, National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education. So that NCFT 2009, I have discussed the framework. It is there in your study material. The Curriculum Framework 2005 and NCFT 2009. The page of 71. You go through the page 71, the book BES-122 to Policy Framework and Regulations 2, the page number 71, please consult. Consult 71 and 72. Okay, next.
Next, Gauri Shankar Tripathi is asking the meaning of CCE.
CCE is continuous and comprehensive evaluation. Evaluation means an assessment goes side by side with our teaching learning process. When you are teaching, your learners are learning, and evaluation goes side by side. Okay? So when evaluation goes side by side, it is continuous. You are asking a question, getting answer. It is a sort of evaluation. So it is continuous. So evaluation may be when it is continuous, it is a series. Maybe throughout the class, throughout a period, throughout a session, or end of the curriculum, or middle of the curriculum, or after 3 months study, it is the examination. This is means a continuous. Evaluation is not a static or a constant flow. It is a continuous flow, side by side with our learning. Then comprehensive is, it is many-sided. Note that only it related to the 3 domains of individual: cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domain of the individual. It is related to curricular, co-curricular, and extracurricular activities of the individual. So it is comprehensive. Next.
Sir, this was the last question, and thanks a lot for answering the queries of the students. So tomorrow again same time we will be online, and thanks a lot, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Please log out. Class is over. Please log out.